Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm Gabby. I'm going to be your nurse for today. How are you doing? Okay. So what brings you in today? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. How did you end up in the ER? You thought you were having allergic reaction. Okay, what type of symptoms were you experiencing? Okay. The hives came first, and that's why you thought it was your eczema flaring up. Okay. So what exactly were you doing before this episode happened? Okay, so you started to feel dizzy. You felt like your throat was closing, and then you started to wheeze. So you ended up calling for help. Do you remember what they gave you? Okay. So you know it was the albuterol, and you said something that started with a D. Was it possibly diphenhydramine? Okay. It's more commonly known as Benadryl, but it is an antihistamine, so it is good for allergic reactions and inflammation. Okay, so let me just take some notes, and then I'll just ask you a couple more questions. Okay, first I just need to find your patient file. What's your last name? And your first name? And when's your date of birth? Okay. And what's the last four of your social? Okay, I see. So once you were in the ER and you went through everything, is the physician the one who referred you to come to this facility and have a skin allergy test done? Okay, and what other medical history do you have? And do you take medications for any of those? And how about treatment? Do you receive any long-term treatment? Okay, last questions for you. So you believe that it was something you ate that caused you to have this reaction. Did you eat anything out of the ordinary that you would normally eat, or something that you tried for the first time you didn't have before? Okay. Well, based on those, we can go ahead and test you today and see if maybe you have a reaction to those. First thing I want to do is I do want to get a skin culture. Just because you do have eczema, I do want to find out if there's an allergen that you're allergic to that is maybe a germ or a microbe. And if not, then maybe it is related to the food. Maybe something you're consuming is causing you to have that. And then after that, I do want to do just a standard skin allergy test. So we'll test a couple allergens on your arm or your back, whatever you're more comfortable with, and we'll just see if you have a reaction. So just give me a few more minutes, and then I'll go ahead and get you set up for that test. Okay. All right. Looks like we are all ready to go. So I'm just first gonna sanitize my hands. Roll up your sleeve and place your arm up on here. Thank you. Just gonna put on some gloves. First thing that we are going to take care of is a skin culture of your skin in its natural state. cleansing the surface of your skin with a wash up wet wipe. On top with an alcohol pad to sterilize the area. And I'll try to stay away from your tattoo just so we have a very clear reading. Sure the skin is completely dry, and I'm just going to section it off into 4 quadrants. I'm just going to go in with applying each allergen. The second one. And then using a Q-tip for each one, I'm just going to rub them in. And then with the Alright, and then I'm just going to apply an activator spray. And then I will leave these to sit for a few minutes so that we can wait for a reaction to occur if one is to happen, and then we'll come back and take a look. Alrighty, let's go ahead and take a look at how things seeing some clear reactions, but I just look. Okay. Yeah, it's really looking like these two right here had some pretty severe reaction. So it's very likely and very possible that these two did, cause that reaction that put you in the hospital. But the great thing is that there's plenty of treatment that we can take in case this happens again. Just gonna clean off your arm again. Okay, so so I'm basically gonna leave those to dry. You can wash the rest off when you get in the shower later. But for now, I'm gonna administer you a Benadryl, which is the diphenhydramine which you were given, as well as an epi, just so this can stop the inflammation and irritation it's causing you. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you the epi first. And this is just a subcutaneous application, so no IVs or anything like that. And then the Benadryl. And I'll go ahead and give you a band-aid just for the trouble. Hope you don't mind. It's cinema roll themed. These were the only band-aids we have because I had to take them from the peds unit. But it's super cute. Alright, now just give me a moment to record these findings. Basically, I'm just recording the reaction to the two substances that we applied. I'm going to prescribe you an EpiPen that is going to go home with you. Anytime you have a severe reaction, where you feel your throat closing, you feel dizzy, and all, because that's really a sign that you're having an anaphylactic reaction, and we don't want you to go into shock, especially if no one's around. So you would just be able to insert that into the thigh muscle, massage it. All the instructions will be on the container itself. And then I'll also be recommending you to just use diphenhydramine or Benadryl as well, just to soothe any remaining signs.